welcome. It's Gigi Meyer and my sister, Tara.
Hello, everyone.
AKA Emmanuel.
Emmanuel, yes.
And it's our weekly Books and Baking. So we're excited because it's the first week in October. And to me, this is just one of the funnest months. There's so much to do. The fall foliage, I've already decorated inside and out. Okay, you've got to excuse me. Bulldog has decided to start humping his dog bed as we went live. So I had to put him away. But, welcome. Yeah, thank you. Thank you for that. You know, it's not that kind of a show. It's family friendly, Bulldog. It's not OnlyFans. So anyway, like I was saying, we've decorated the outside, pumpkins everywhere, and the inside looks like a fall festival because here in Houston, we only have two seasons. We have hot and we have hella hot. And so...
Hi, Matt Catter.
And so we have to fake it by putting up fall decor. So anyway, we, or my sister, has picked, I think it's backwards still.
Yeah, it's still backwards because we still do not know what we're doing technologically. Yes.
Yeah. So you picked what, the year of the...
Yeah, so tonight, it's Books and Baking. So tonight, we are reviewing the year of the Witching by Alexis Henderson. This is her debut novel, The Year of the Witching. As a book bibliophile myself, I collect first edition, first printings of authors.
That's a big word.
Bibliophile.
Bibliophile?
First edition, first printings of authors' debut books. So, really good book. Loved it, and especially it's appropriate for the month of October. Very appropriate. And speaking of debut authors, Gigi Meyer, debut author for her book Coyote. So go to Amazon or Barnes and Noble, and where else?
Oh, Superbooks,
Book Depository,
Walmart, Target.
Wow, look at you, sister. Yeah, so check it out, buy it from any of those locations.
It is not fall themed like your book is fall themed or Halloween themed.
Halloween theme.
Yeah. You know what? My witch's hat is at the dry cleaners, so and I tried to get it.
Do you really have a witch's hat?
I do not. I have a top hat.
Yeah.
I have a pirate hat.
Not the month for that. Mo's Kitchen. Hello, Mo's Kitchen. Welcome. Hello, user. All those numbers. Welcome. It's Books and Baking, our weekly Books and Baking
Stream.
Channel. It's not a podcast. Yeah. So we're going to be reviewing The Year of the Witching by Alexis Henderson.
Okay, and then making these. They're called like what are they? These cookies, kitchen sink cookies. I was thinking they were called everything but the kitchen sink, but they're called kitchen sink cookies. And the reason why is like after you have a party, you always have the leftover remnants of like chips and pretzels and sweet treats and stuff. And so you're supposed to add those into the cookies. So I assure you, they're not my leftover pretzels and chips.
I hope not. Yeah, because I don't want to be eating your remnants.
I know, gross. But
yeah.
I thought it was cute. That's the recipe anyway. So that's what we're baking tonight. What are they called again?
Kitchen sink cookies. Kitchen sink cookies.
Butterscotch, chocolate chip, and then pretzels, potato chips. So you make chocolate chip cookies. You add butterscotch. You add pretzels. You add chips.
Dude, you just go in your pantry and just like, I'm going to throw all this crap together and I'm going to make it a cookie.
Yeah, exactly.
Excellent.
So we'll see how it tastes. I think it's supposed to be like obviously sweet because of the chocolate and the toffee, but then savory because of the pretzels and the chips.
Hello, RJ Lloyd. Hello, welcome to Books and Baking. We're reviewing The Year of the Witching by Alexis Henderson. Everybody lie. If some people do lie. Welcome to Books and Baking. We're reviewing
what does it say? Everybody lie?
The Year of the Witching.
Hey Lloyd.
Hey Lloyd. What's going on? RJ Lloyd.
Where are you from? Hey Timothy.
Hi Timothy, just joined Books and Baking.
Tell us where you guys are from. I always find that fascinating. Because sometimes you'll find someone's over like I'm part of an author group and there's this lady that meets up on Zoom and she's from Germany.
Detroit.
So
Detroit Tigers. So we got one of your
Lions.
pitchers, Justin Verlander, we're in Houston, Texas. So we got Justin Verlander, who used to be your Tiger. Now he's one of our Astros. Woo woo.
Isn't he retiring?
No.
He got married?
No,
had a baby?
he's making a shit ton of money. He's not going to retire. Shit ton of money. Like $25 million for 1 year. I don't think anybody's going to retire when they make $25 million a year.
They could have a lot of babies for that. Like, put them all
Yes.
through private school. Yeah.
Yeah, yay, go Astros. Absolutely. Woo woo!
I know, we're going.
So next week, we're going to, on Tuesday, we're going to the first game of the ALDS. We don't know who we're playing yet. And so next week, when we do our next review, I'll be wearing my Astros jersey to represent.
I thought you were going to wear your Halloween costume.
No, it's too early in October for that. So
I don't have an Astros shirt. Maybe I need to go buy one. Like Academy has their wall of...
Yeah, Academy, yeah. Or Dick's. Dick's Sporting Goods is better.
Yeah.
So...
Just ignore that. It pops up every single...
Oh, you joined... RJ, I joined a live this morning. They're all from Texas, too. Everyone is Texan but me today.
Yeah, we're Texas proud, for sure.
Texas proud. We have grit down in Texas. You know,
Oh my gosh.
anytime you talk to a Texan, it's like, we can do anything. We can do anything.
Well, we feel like we should be our own country again.
But we
A lot
were
of
our
people-
own country. Yeah.
And people,
Yeah,
there's a
think
lot
that we
want to
should.
go back to that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, well, but in Houston, all the other sports teams suck. So we really have to celebrate the Astros.
No.
Like, the Texans suck.
I mean, have they ever been good? I can't remember.
No. I mean, we made the playoffs. But
They did? Wait.
yeah, like with JJ Watt when JJ was here.
Right, of course. He carried the team.
Yeah, JJ
Was
did.
is that Deshaun Watson who's in the news for all that stuff? Was he a Texan?
Yeah, oh yeah. Yeah, he's
With
now
all the
with
girls?
now he's with Cleveland.
Okay.
Yeah,
Is he-
Cleveland Browns. So he's
That's his
he's Cleveland's
dad?
problem.
That's my extent of the Texans' knowledge.
In the 80s, yes. Oh yeah, you're talking about Love You Blue, right,
Oh,
RJ?
don't
Love
do
You
it.
Blue.
He's
Love You
legendary.
Blue. You know that we do, 'cause we love you blue.
Wow.
That's from the 80s. Woo! So this is supposed to be books and bacon, and so far it's been Houston Astros and Houston Texans and the Houston
That's
Oilers.
all right. I know, we can talk Houston because we're proud, for sure.
Well, I don't know anything about the Rockets because I don't watch basketball. I watch college basketball.
Well, they won, the national championship in, 92 or 02 or something, and then after that, I don't follow basketball.
Dinah Pike author. Hello, Dinah Pike. So, RJ Doc was coach and he was a family friend. I have childhood photos and Astros gear. Oh, that's awesome. That is awesome. I have so much Astros gear, it's not even funny.
Oh, can I borrow a shirt?
Yeah, it would probably be might be too big though. But I have so much Astros hats and jerseys and shirts because they win. Okay, they win. I can't tell you the last thing I bought that was a Houston Texans. It was a JJ Watt jersey, so that should tell you, how much I buy Texans stuff because they don't win. Now, I do buy a lot of Houston Cougar stuff because University of Houston, that's my alma mater. And we're going to the Big 12 next year. Yes. This year we suck in football. Very disappointing.
But we're not doing that sign stealing anymore, right?
No.
We did that in what, 7
The alleged sign stealing.
Excuse me.
Alleged.
Excuse me.
Yeah, alleged. We have to use the word alleged.
Spoken by a true attorney.
Yes.
Okay, where's this recipe?
So,
Well, who's in Detroit? Lions and Tigers?
Lions, Tigers, and Bears.
Oh my.
No, that's Chicago. Lions, Tigers, and Chicago Bears.
I think there's a big rivalry between Chicago and Detroit, isn't there? They're so close.
I think so. Pistons and Red Wings. Oh yeah. Detroit Red Wings. Yeah. We grew up.
Red Wings?
So we grew up, RJ. We grew up in. We didn't grow up. We grew up here in Houston. But we are not native Texans. But we've been here so gosh darn long. We are Texans.
Yeah.
But our parents were born and raised in Mankato, Minnesota. So we lived up north. We lived in Minnesota. We lived in.
Oh yeah, don't you know?
We lived in
We
Wisconsin.
Minnesota.
Lived in Wisconsin and Illinois. So before we came down to
Who
Texas.
are the Red Wings though?
Hockey.
Oh yeah, I forget. We don't have hockey.
No, we did. Did we?
We had that indoor.
We had the Arrows. They were like a minor league cheeseheads. Yeah, totally cheeseheads.
Oh my gosh, I was on a plane. It was like 7 a.m. walking through the airport to go up to Sheboygan or Kohler, Wisconsin.
Sheboygan.
So we're flying through. We pick up everybody in Chicago. There's 30 Packers fans with their cheese head hats on and all that
That's
stuff.
awesome.
And it was an 8 a.m. flight. Walking through the airport at 7. They were so rowdy, but they were already drunk. I was like, this, damn, it's early.
Oh, you have a cousin that owned a restaurant in Door County. Where's Door County? Where's Door County?
Is that in Wisconsin?
It's probably in Wisconsin, yeah, because you're talking about Cheesehead. So.
Yeah, I just remember that flight. It was fun, obviously. And pretty.
Sister Bay, Wisconsin. Okay.
Yeah.
We lived in Milwaukee, and then we moved to Glendale, Wisconsin. So.
We did?
Yeah.
Wow, I don't remember that. I
Yeah.
just remember Milwaukee.
Yeah.
But when I went back, I thought Milwaukee is so beautiful because there's all these church steeples that rise up into the sky and the smokestacks, and we don't have that here in Houston. Like, if things get to be like 50 years old, we scrape it, level it, and build something new, glass and steel, don't we?
Are you sisters? Yes, we are.
Yeah. We look so much alike. Can you tell?
WFO 567, welcome. Welcome.
Here's this,
So, RJ, have you read this book? The Year of the Witching?
Oh, God.
Readers or authors? She's a debut author. GiGi Meyer's a debut author. She wrote Coyote, which you can get at Amazon or Barnes and Noble. Okay, you have not read this. Okay, so I'm going to tell you all about it while she's baking cookies. GiGi is a debut author. She wrote Coyote, that was released last month.
Let me see. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
she had this idea of like wanting to do books and baking. So I'm the reader, big reader always. Well, we have been both readers.
Yes.
So
When we were little, because
hi Kata,
we only
welcome.
had like 6 channels on television, because like we're old. And so we didn't have cable. Our parents couldn't afford it. I mean, cable was a luxury.
Hi Sandy Dolby.
So we would sit in our closet and get away from like the rest of our sisters and our parents and the dog and just read books alone in our closet.
Love the cover. Tell us about it. Both books. I'm both an author and a reader. Oh, that's so awesome.
We're
RJ,
both readers.
Great. What did you write so we can check it out? You don't look any older than I am. Well, we're 15 years old, both of us. Just
Obviously, kidding. Our mom had us when she was like 10. It was
Oh my
tragic.
god. Yeah. Yeah. So, no. Well, RJ, how old are you? And we'll tell you, maybe we'll tell you how old we are.
Everybody knows how old I am. Hey, small town.
See,
sippers.
I'm 16. Oh, okay. So,
Yeah,
44.
she's older. She's like 18. I'm like 15. Yeah.
well, I am a little older. I'm 52.
44? Shoot.
You're youngin'.
Like a little baby.
You're a little baby. I'm 52 and she's gonna be 50.
Dude, you have a birthday too. What's its temperature?
Well, then I'm gonna be 50. Well, it doesn't matter. Like once you get over the 50, it's like
That doesn't
it's not, Well, when you hit like a 40 or a 50 or a 60, like the 61, 62, 63, 60, that doesn't really count.
Yeah.
Doesn't really count. Okay, so RJ, what's the title of your book? Your books, plural. Still young. Oh, Small Town Sippers, welcome. So,
What are we making again?
kitchen sink cookies.
kitchen
Kitchen sink
sink.
cookies.
If I don't get started, we're not making that.
So basically, just take everything in your pantry and make it into a cookie.
Basically.
So that's basically what. So welcome everyone. I have several out. I can join if you want to chat books. I can join if you want to chat books. Oh, that's cool.
Oh God, he wants to join. How do we do that?
RJ. No, I'm sorry. How? RJ. Okay, we're gonna admit something, RJ. We do not know what we're doing.
Oh yeah.
As far as on the IT technological side of things, so it'd be awesome if you wanted to join. We just don't know how to let you join. How do you let somebody join?
I don't know. Maybe next week.
Maybe chat and interview, maybe.
Okay, what if we just Google it for I sent a request?
I
Oh, gosh.
sent
Where?
a request. Maybe guests.
I don't know.
Okay.
RJ, you better be dressed. We're not, it's not that kind of a live.
Yeah.
I don't know where to click.
Maybe here. Yeah. Right there. More?
Huh?
Here.
Oh, I'm a female.
And sweats. All good. Okay.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so do you get some men in your DMs on here? It's been pretty interesting. Hey, Afro 2030. Dude, these names crack me up.
Am I hitting this one?
I think it's like right there.
Guests. Oh. Okay.
Hey.
Oh, look at us learning something new.
Hey. Hi, RJ.
There.
Your pen name is Colleen Nye. Oh, that's cool.
They're both pen names, but yes.
Oh, why do you have two?
Yeah. So I've been writing as Colleen Nye for a couple decades. Published for over 10 years, and when I went to use other genres, when I went to dive into other genres, people started giving me the feedback that they want to know what they're reading when they pick up an author. And for years I was like, yeah, no, I'm just sticking with one pen name. I'm not going to mess with all that confusion.
Yeah.
But when I started diving into other spice levels and more action levels, then I was just like,
going from like clean to
okay, now I needed. Yeah. So Colleen and I write like clean romance of different genres and in that category, but under RJ I write fantasy, sci-fi, paranormal, that kind of thing with spice. Yeah.
Cool.
Cross genres hard.
That's cool. So
what did you start off with? What genre did you start?
Rom-com. I wrote a rom-com trilogy in my divorce. So.
Girl, I hear ya.
Yeah. That's awesome. That is awesome.
So
how many books do you have?
Solo projects. Solo projects, like books that I've released on my own, novels I've done on my own, I'm somewhere around 20. But group projects, so like anthologies or collab projects, things like that, I'm close to 40. So.
My God! Wow, you are like a proficient writer then.
Yeah.
It's so. I mean, do you solely? Is that what you just write?
I did.
That's solely what you do.
I did for a little while. Well, ish. I had a publishing house. I opened a publishing house a number of years ago and had it for a few years before all these small publishing houses came out. But then my relationship, a different relationship ended. I'm a single mom, so I needed to pick up extra work and not be focused on that 20 hours a day. And the industry was changing. 2016, I was called one of the fastest growing publishing houses, but then all these other people started opening up their own, and I'm like, this is not really what I want to do. I want to focus on writing. I can help other authors out with author services and guidance and whatnot, but I don't want this to be my life. I want to write more than I want to do anything. So now I am a corporate auditor and I write. So.
Oh wow, that's so cool.
So do you write nights and weekends though?
Yeah, well, my job is flexible. I just have a list of and things I need to check up on, and I do a lot of training for our area as well. So my job's very flexible. Like today, I got out of bed and I intended on going into Downey trying to visit a couple of my study locations, and went, I think I'm gonna stay home and write. So I stayed home and wrote. So yeah. Well, I stayed home and was on TikTok most of it.
Okay, well, we're all guilty of being on TikTok a lot.
Yeah. TikTok is a freaking black
Yeah.
hole. Like sometimes I'll just take a minute. Like, let me check something on TikTok. I follow like a lot of animals, so that's my deal. Animals and photography. So
Yeah.
I get down the animal rabbit hole of like, oh my god, that's a cute dog. Oh my god, that's a cute dog. That's a cute dog. And then I send them to my sister.
So I have 3 accounts because in order to thing pop
like
up.
Freezing. Oh, you have 3 accounts?
I do. Let me see if it brings me back. I have a little windy thing here. Am I freezing?
Yeah, you're freezing.
Yeah, you're freezing. I don't know why it's freezing up. I don't know why. Hello.
I had a notification pop up.
Marika, do we have one?
No, I don't think we do.
Am I still freezing?
No, you're good.
Yeah, you're better.
Okay.
Hello, butterfly.
We'll see if it goes back. I'll pop out and pop back in.
Yeah.
But what were we talking about? Where were we at? Oh, 3 accounts. Yes. Because my 2 pen names are so different that I need that in order to like promote my books on Book Talk.
Yeah,
I have to zero in on them. But then I created a 3rd one because I really, really like there's a woman that rescues horses out of slaughterhouses, and there's a woman that has
is it Sky Dog Sanctuary?
No, it's Okay Tacos. Like
yeah,
I'm pretty sure
she's Allie. She's so sweet.
Yes.
There's also, you should check out Sky Dog Sanctuary. She does she does the same. The Mustangs that the Bureau of Land Management.
Oh.
The federal government.
Okay.
Yeah. They round up wild Mustangs and they put them up for auction. Yeah, and sometimes they go to slaughter.
Wow.
Because they're on federal land. So
yeah.
So she does. That's what she does. She tries to reunite families. And she's got a huge, she's got 2 separate ranches, one part in Oregon and one part in California, and thousands of acres.
Okay, I swear, if I ever become like Oprah rich,
oh totally,
I would just I can't run that because I would not know what I'm doing, but I could donate.
We would fund it.
To people that,
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a woman that has there's a woman that has a fox and wolf rescue in her yard. So wild foxes and wild wolves, and any of them that she can get back out in the wild, that's her goal. So she rehabilitates them, and any of them she can turn back out, she does.
That's sweet.
Yeah. So yeah, things like that, and then there's some cosplayers and just friends and stuff on TikTok. I follow on my private account. So.
Yeah. I get it. Hello, Shay Norte.
Well, don't you think, RJ, that it also kind of messes with the algorithm? You know what I mean? So you have to have separate accounts?
Yes, because I didn't. Yeah. I actually just separated out my accounts a couple weeks ago, 2 weeks ago. I just had everything on one, but I noticed that my feed was just a jumble. I wasn't seeing the book talkers that I really wanted to be able to support and promote, and it was just such a mess. And and I wasn't getting the views; they were slowly dropping. And I noticed that one week I was watching a lot more of the animal videos and stuff, and that young man that talks about all the weird animals, and I'm going through watching all that, and then nobody was seeing my videos, and I'm like, okay, it's time to separate these out.
I need to do that because it's all a mixed bag. Mine is animals, inspirational. I mean, it's just I don't know, 20 different topics on there. So that's probably what's going on with mine because I just run everything off my author brand.
Yeah, I mean, my TikTok is mostly just animals. I mean, those are the people I follow. Animals and photography because I'm an amateur photography person. So mine is just animals. Just animals. And then whenever I see a human being pop up on my TikTok, I'm like, no. No, I'm sorry, human
If
beings.
you're not
I don't
holding
want
a
to look
book, you don't belong.
at you. Don't belong. I just want to see animals.
Who cares about them?
There's another one. I don't know if they're on TikTok, but they're on the IG and the other platforms. They're R. What is it called? R&R Ranch. They do they rescue mini horses.
Oh, the little Shetlands and
the mini horses. They're in St. Louis.
Did you see the one where Allie, Okay Tacos, where she actually went into the slaughterhouse large horses to rescue the pony that they had put in with the large horses, and all the larger horses were crushing it. And so she went in with these wild horses that are all there for slaughter, and her husband, who films a lot of her stuff, even put up in the corner, he's like, I was actually afraid for her life, because even the workers were like, I'm not going in there and risking my life for some small meat pony. And she's just like, I've got this. She walks in there and they all parted ways.
No way.
She's little.
Pulled that pony out.
She's really.
She's little too.
She is. But if I ever believed in like an animal whisperer, ever, she is a horse whisperer. That girl, there is something about her, and her husband will touch on it. He's just like, I don't know why, but the moment they saw Allie, they knew her soul was pure and she had good intentions. He talks about this sort of thing, and because it's all of him narrating these videos of her working with horses, and he's just like, they just know.
He is so sweet with how much he loves her, because he is always so complimentary. He's always talking about how wonderful she is. I mean, the love they have in their relationship is just so beautiful.
It really is.
As for these animals.
Where is she? Where is she located?
Oh gosh.
You know, I don't know. I know they travel to rescue horses, but I don't know where they're at actually.
But I mean, and she keeps them on her land, correct?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And so I think some of them she'll get them veterinarian help, whatever. Some of them I think she finds new homes for, but some she keeps there. There's one that's a big John, I think, or something they call him, and he's huge. And then he's
the largest.
Hi, Amalia Rosa.
And he fell in love with another female horse that they brought in. Then they paired up, and then they had a little pony that they brought in, like not a pony but a baby, a colt.
I saw it.
And the three of them just paired up like a family. And
it's my gosh.
They're all blonde. They're all like the same coloring. So you would think, that little one, the little baby, was theirs.
Yeah, you would think, looking at them, you would totally think that they were a natural family, but
well, this Skydog Sanctuary, she tracks down these horses, the males, and she'll try to find their mares and their offspring, and she looks at all these
the wild Mustangs to bring them together.
She tracks the wild Mustangs through auctions and through word of mouth to try to get the families reunited when they go up for auction. And it's just remarkable. Just remarkable.
Wow. I definitely want to check her out.
Yeah. Skydog, I think it's Skydog Sanctuary. I think that's the name of it. But the other one I was talking about is R&R Ranch. They're in St. Louis, and they do the miniature horses and the dwarf horses, like especially the dwarves when they go up for auction, or somebody's selling them through Craigslist. They'll travel across the country to go get them because they have so many health issues, and they end up in the wrong hands. And the dedication though that they have to these miniature horses that were used for like petting zoos or carnival rides where kids are you just breaks your heart when you see that. So they're phenomenal, and they have this. What kind of turned me on to them, how I found out about them is there's this little miniature horse called Martha, and she is hilarious. You need to find them.
The horse is hilarious, or the owner?
The horse. She was like a little miniature horse, and she was just full of spitfire. She was awesome, and you just laugh. I mean, it'll make, if you're having a down day, it'll make you laugh.
Like a serotonin boost.
Oh, totally. Because it's just so cute. And a lot of these horses, by the time they get down, their health is so deteriorated, and they really truly nurse them back from the brink.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I love it.
Yeah, definitely check out OK Tacos if you haven't. This you just got a glimpse of Sloan. Come on. This is why the rescue ones so we have a fight ring problem here in Detroit with pit bulls, and she's one of the babies I've rescued from bad breeders, fight ring type things, and she's the only one that won't let me rehome her. So she's stuck. She has stayed.
She's like, Mom, I already am home.
Yeah.
You're just not getting the clue.
Right.
Yeah. Let me help you out.
Did you watch any of the TikTok videos from Florida about seeing how some of the people that had ranches and farms and how they were what they were doing in preparation for the hurricane. Now we're on the Gulf Coast, so we know all about freaking hurricanes. We know all about all that. And so I laughed because there was one where they had alpacas, and they literally put up that the steel gating that you have on ranches. Yeah. They put it in their living room, and then put all these like plastic drop cloths all in the living room, and they brought their alpacas into their house.
So the alpacas rode out the storm with them inside?
Yes, inside. And when they started bringing in the alpacas, the first alpaca came in and was looking around like, hey, these are some. They're looking around like, these are nice digs. I like it in here. They were just looking around the decor. I was dying laughing. I'm like, oh my God.
How do I get in here?
Yeah, they're like, we're not going back to this barn because this is nice in here.
They wake up, they get all settled back in, and a month later, they wake up to knocking on the door. The alpaca's standing there.
Totally. So it was really cool to see how people were preparing. There was one barn. They were preparing their horses, and they had their horses all in the barn, and people were saying, "Oh, your barn's going to blow away in the hurricane." And they're like, "No, this barn was built to withstand, 180-degree winds." And sure as shit, that barn, nothing was wrong with it.
Well, do you remember during Harvey, which took out, half of Houston flood and poor Rockport, and so Galveston Island was annihilated, and there was this one hurricane, and it was built to withstand a Cat 5. It was that yellow one. So it looked like Fort Myers, and then this one yellow one, and everything was decimated. So it's possible to build a hurricane withstanding barn.
Yeah, totally.
Right.
It's expensive.
So hi, Roxa's love.
Hey,
hello. But since we're in Houston, we don't get. We get the winds, but we're not going to get to we're 50 miles from the coast. So
we just get the storm surge and the flooding.
Yeah, the storm surge can come up the port.
I used to live on Longboat Key, which is about an hour south of Tampa on the Gulf side. The island there. So we had a hurricane when I lived down there that they evacuated us for, but I didn't go with the evacuation. We stayed out, and it was crazy. It's something else, that's for sure. That is for sure.
Well, you wonder about those people that wrote it out on Sanibel Island in Florida.
I was looking through. Okay,
can you imagine?
I went from Queen talk to hurricane talk.
Oh yeah.
Which I appreciate because they show better coverage than the news, right?
Right.
And then the news between Biden and DeSantis, they get all political. I'm like, okay, just show me what's happened. But, they showed the road, and I'm like, okay, where is the island? I'm literally where's the island? So what I couldn't figure out is it was literally submerged. And so all you see is the road and debris because the houses are.
Yeah.
I had no idea. I have anxiety about water because I flooded and all this. So there's no way I could build my house right on the water's edge. And then it'd just be like the sea.
Oh, not that kind of witch just joined. Not that kind of witch we are. We're supposed to be talking about the year.
Well,
the year of the witching by Alexis Henderson, but we're not talking about it.
I want to hear about that, but I also want to hear, is it GiGi? No, let me get your name straight again. It's GiGi?
Uh-huh.
Okay, and
GiGi.
Tara.
That's my sister.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like Gone with the Wind.
Awesome. Okay, so GiGi's book. Tell us about that. I want to hear about that.
Oh, GiGi's book. I'm going to read the back.
Okay.
So this is about GiGi Meyer's book, Coyote. Debut author GiGi Meyer.
Hi.
And how long has it been out?
It's been out since last month.
Wait. Oh, so it is new.
Yeah, new. Yes. So
that's awesome.
Yes.
Yeah, I was in corporate America for 30 years, retired because I didn't want to die with my music inside. And I was like, it's now or never, sister.
Yes.
You can keep on going in corporate America. It's always there. It's always open.
You will, yes.
Oh, can you smell this?
Because, your chain only goes so far.
Do you smell this? It smells so good.
That does smell good. So this is from the back of the book. Sammy Smith is desperate to escape the clutches of sex traffickers with the 6 teenage girls she rescued. When her mission goes awry, she's forced to seek help from the most unlikely source, Maximiliano Maldonado, the drug lord she left 5 years ago. She's going to need his power and protection to avoid being captured. But what happens when he turns the tables and seeks revenge on the only woman he has ever loved? Sammy can't trust him, but can she trust the new guard, Carlos, to help her escape the man who stole her heart all those years ago? Carlos Mendez, former Marine Raider turned private protection, lives in the shadows of his grief. Once career military, now medically discharged from Afghanistan, Carlos no longer values his life and accepts the riskiest assignments. Hired to guard the drug lord's newest captive, he sees the same grief and guilt tearing her apart as it does him. Keeping track of her means diving into her inner thoughts and watching her nurturing ways. Her do-gooder actions stir something in him he thought was dead long ago. Can he steal her heart away as she has stolen his while helping her escape? As Sammy and Carlos's friendship grows into something more, the stakes become life and death. Maximiliano will stop at nothing to rekindle what he lost, even if it means hiding her deep in the confines of cartel life. Can Carlos rescue her without getting them both killed? And that
is this spicy?
It's spicy.
Oh, it's like a 1 on spice.
Okay, so it's a 1 on spice. Okay.
Yeah.
No, I love the storyline. I have found it funny that I opt to not go on and do my adulting today. And everybody I have stumbled upon on TikTok today that is like, I've just been like, you know what? I'm going to go pop in on this live. I don't know who they are, but let's do this.
Fun.
I've always had a connection. I haven't written books like this, but I have a friend who writes under Grace and Sawyer, and her whole series that she's in the middle of writing is literally about the Cardozo men who have a ranch in Nevada as a cover for what they really do, which is they get paid to go rescue women out of a human trafficking cartel.
Ooh.
And I'm reading along as you're reading this, and I'm like, oh my goodness. Now,
synchronicity.
Okay, what is her name?
Grayson Sawyer, and it's the Men of Cardozo Ranch.
Okay. I'm gonna look that up.
No, John, how am I supposed to write with that?
Okay, hold please. Here we go.
Very carefully.
Wait.
How am I supposed to write with that one?
Okay.
And I don't like pencils. Who uses pencils?
Those are the children.
I hate the way they feel.
No, but those are the children's to do their schoolwork.
Grayson Carson?
Grayson, Gracin, Sawyer, Sawyer, I believe.
And it's the what? The Men?
The Men of Cardozo Ranch.
Oh, that's intriguing.
I bought your book.
Oh, awesome!
What?
And I will send it to her. So.
Thank you so much. That's so sweet of you.
I love a good story.
That is awesome. So,
did you write down RJ's pen names again? Are they still
it's Colleen Nye.
Okay. Are they still in there?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And
is RJ a pen name too?
RJ Lloyd is my like fantasy, paranormal, sci-fi stuff. I will tell you that my Chronicles of Neolira books 1 and 2 are out. They are going through slight revisions. before I finished book 3. Why?
Yeah.
First off, the proofreader that I used, I have since discovered, did not do quite as good of a job as I thought that they did, and it was my fault for not doing the final read through.
Yes.
Yeah. So GiGi had the same problem. She had the same problem with her. She basically said, she goes, I was cutting my teeth on this one and I learned all the mistakes, you know. Oh my gosh. She was so pissed.
Because it's expensive, you know, your editors.
It is.
You know, I tend to be wordy and I have to get all deep in the feelings because these are deep, you know, first person point of view. And so I'm over 100,000 words. And so by the time we do a developmental edit and then a proofread, it's very expensive. And so you assume you're getting quality work. And I won't, you know, I didn't cite any of the people in the book, obviously. But it is disappointing. So I'm sorry, I interrupted you. You're putting it back.
You're fine. No. Absolutely, I get that. And that was part of my problem. And I didn't do a final read through. I was just like, no, I think I'm good. I'm gold, right? Just put it out there. So I just assumed I did her corrections and ran with it, and have since realized. Right. And since then I have realized that I probably should have done another read through. And now that I'm starting book 3 and I've gone through the first 2 books, I've realized that while there's nothing inherently that needs to be changed, there's certain things I need to pick up in fight scenes and certain things I need to pull back on. So it doesn't actually change any of the scenes. I just need to kind of adjust the treble and bass, so to speak. And so while I have it going through my alpha reader right now, who also does a lot of editing. Like, she's kind of we do each other's like continuity editing.
Nice.
And so she's going back through it because it was the first book of mine that she worked through. And so she admits, she goes, I was probably really tender with you, not knowing how well you would do criticism. And so she's just like, no, this gives me a chance to go through it now that I know that I can be like, dude, Colleen, what are you doing? You know, like, this sentence is junk. Get it out of here. Like, now that I know that I can talk to you like this, we're gold. I'm going to fine tooth comb this. So we're going back through them. That and my opening scene, as much as I personally thought the opening scene to book 1 was good and it set the feeling for the character, I went to reread it now that I've done a number of books since then, and I went, if this was not my book, I would put it back down. I'm bored.
Really?
I'm bored in the first page. Like, for me, because I am very critical on myself, it was so, for a fantasy book that I'm expecting a vampire, different world, witches, fantasy, it's all these elements and spice. It's talking about her closing up at her book stop and shop that she named after her mom, and this is her mundane life, and she heads home, which is all something I want in there.
Yeah,
but what I did was I swapped it and had her had it start like it was an action scene, and then 3 paragraphs in you realize that she's reading the end of a book. And then closes her shop up and heads home, and so it gives you something that you're like, wait, what's going on?
That's clever.
Okay. So, like, it's little tweaks like that where I'm not actually changing the story. I just have realized what the readers need and want to keep their attention, that I'm going through and adjusting. The same with, under Colleen Nye, the Celebrity Crush trilogy, which is that trilogy I wrote during my divorce. That's going through her next, and hopefully being re-released before Christmas for the 10-year anniversary, because that was my first books that I wrote, and I know my writing has grown since then. So she threw them with me now so that I can re-release a 10-year anniversary edition and box set. So
that's so cool.
That is amazing. Yeah, what a great birthday present.
Yeah. That is awesome.
Book birthday.
So have you so my sister Gigi, I don't think she, and correct me if I'm wrong, but when she decided to write, it wasn't like she wanted to be a writer, I mean, I think that correct me if I'm wrong, sis, but I think that was the first thing you ever wanted to do was write a book, right?
Yeah, I mean, I'll be really blunt with you, everybody who will watch this. Is I was towards the later years, like you had said, you'd wrote your trilogy through the divorce. Well, I was I used writing to process my emotions, and so when I was marriage counseling, dealing with all the stuff that we were trying to work through, I didn't have a safe environment to share my feelings and to be authentically me. And so technically, I have 10 novels written over the course of the darkest times of my marriage. Now, I'm not writing any of those, and I'm not pulling them out because it takes me right back to how I felt at that time.
But the imagination, the creativity in these stories is just amazing, and I'm like, I'm a lawyer, so I have just the lawyer brain. I have no creativity whatsoever, no imagination.
No, they can't have purple skin and 3 hearts. Okay?
No, they can't. And
they can't get kidnapped by someone they used to date who is a cartel kingpin. They cannot.
But and then she also has these ideas in her dreams. They come in her in dreams, and I'm like, this is amazing.
So you have no way. I do. I have books that come out of dreams. But I take it you as a lawyer have no desire to read Ice Planet Barbarians? The blue rib for her pleasure alien.
Last week we were talking about Amish romance.
Oh yeah, last week on our books and baking little whatever this thing is, our live or podcast thing, we were talking about Amish romance. Okay. Like we're like, what book should we review next? Should we do Amish romance? I'm like, how spicy can that be? This Amish romance. So
you would be surprised. There is that genre. Amish romance. Yes.
Yeah, there is that genre. Now what I did talk about at one point, didn't I talk about writing a book at one point, sis?
You have a book in draft.
Well, yeah, kind of. But I always, because I'm gay, so I was like, I'm going to write lesbian romance, because I've read it, and I'm like, oh my God, I can write this, like.
Huge market for it. Huge market for
huge market. Thank you, RJ. For what? Tell her.
For what?
For lesbian romance.
Oh, totally.
LGBTQ+.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah, it's huge. 100%. Yeah, because I've read them, and I was like, I would read them a day. I'm like, oh my God, I can crank this out. I say that, and then as soon as I start writing, I'm like, But did you want to always be a writer?
Yes and no. I think when I was a kid, I wanted to either want to be a journalist or an archaeologist.
Oh, cool.
Am I freezing again?
No, you did, but now you're back.
Okay. So as a kid, I wanted to either be a journalist or an archaeologist. And then I didn't want to be anything. I wanted to vagabond around the world.
Oh yeah, I can dig that.
And that'd be nice.
I can dig that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then I got married and had a couple kids, and that was a very abusive marriage. And so during that is when I wrote my Rom-Com Trilogy. It happens. I'm just glad I got me and the kids out. And but then
very glad.
Yes. And then I wrote the Rom-Com Trilogy during the last year I was with him, when he wasn't letting us go, and then during the following couple years afterwards. And it's about 2 women in their 30s. Both of them have 2 young kids. They're best friends, and they're both just kind of doing their own thing. And they're supposed to go on a trip to Maui with their girlfriends. Like all their friends go and have this girls' weekend. And the one can't go because her husband's overbearing, but the rest go. And when they're there, Alice is the one that gets to go, and Vivian doesn't at first. Alice's celebrity crush is there and steals her hotel room, steals her spa appointment, steals her table at the restaurant. And so she's furious and is on the phone with Vivian just ranting about it. Like, how dare he, the audacity of this jerk, all of this. And he comes out and hears her. And it's just like, I had no clue. I've actually just been seeing you around and wanted to ask you out. I had no clue that I was all of this. So it starts this whirlwind. They fly Vivian out. And then eventually she meets one of his friends, which is one of her celebrity crushes. And it's about these two celebrity crush guys that are pursuing these average, everyday women, you know, in their 30s, that one runs to love and one runs away from it, and they both struggle with the limelight, and it's their story. So yeah, that was
so cool.
That was therapy.
Okay, what's the name of that one called?
That's the Celebrity Crush Trilogy, but please wait till I announce that it's re-released, because I am reworking for the anniversary, because it was my first books. So I want to make them better. I want to make them better.
Yeah.
Totally get it. Totally get it.
But yeah, so it was at that point where I was just like, journalism was changing. You know, it was 15 years ago. The face of journalism has changed. It's not what it used to be. It doesn't have the integrity that it used to have.
You are so right.
Yeah. And in order to
from TikTok.
Yeah. And in order to get your, and that's not wrong, in order to put out valuable, honest news, you're not doing it through a paid service anymore. It's you trying to get it out to the world. And that's not a career. You can't make money off of that, really, unless you just happen to become an online sensation. And that wasn't something I ever wanted to do. And so at that point, people were loving my books. I put out my sci-fi called Immersion. It won an award out in London. So I flew out there, and things just have whirlwind. And I'm like, you know what?
Congratulations.
My book got awards, and I'm like, this is what I'm going to do. I think this is it. I'm going to be an author. And that's kind of my passion now.
That's so cool. That is so cool. I love it. Yeah. Well, and that's what GiGi did. You know, she's 30 years. She was in banking. You know, I mean,
I was before too. Yeah, that's
so. It must be the banking. It must be the banking industry that drives people to be an author.
Everyone starts there because the recruitment out of college is fierce for finance, right?
Yeah.
But I didn't want to do anything. Yeah, I didn't want to do anything. I just wanted to vagabond around, and a friend of mine got me a job at a bank, and then I got promoted into mortgages. Yeah. And then I got married and had to quit. So
yeah.
Well, I told my sister I'm going to take a page out of the Queen's book, because she literally worked nearly to the day she died. I said, so this is it. Yep. I'm going to be an author to the day I die.
Yes.
So I may be like 90 writing about 20-year-olds.
And she's going to get corgis too. She's going to get some corgis.
No, that bulldog. I had to kick him out of the live because his humping was too loud.
Oh yeah.
Queen's tiara. You need the Queen's tiara.
Oh my gosh, there's an author. I love your tiara. There's an author, and I can't. Is it? Oh gosh, it's Sinclair. I cannot think of her first name.
Scarlett.
Yes, and she has all these tiaras. So when you in her bookcase.
Really?
I have 15. So how long have you been in Book Talk?
Just this year. Yeah.
Okay. It was bigger last year, but it's a thing that you wear your tiaras when you're doing your book talk. It was huge. We all got them. We were gifting them to each other. Yeah.
Fun.
Let me see.
We need a tiara.
Do you remember when we went to New York for New Year's?
Yes.
To ring in 2020.
Oh, you have the 2020 tiara?
I have the 2020 light up tiara that I wore, which ended up being like the worst year.
Oh, that is cool.
That is cool.
That's my spider web one. I love it.
I love it.
Okay, you can put it on. You can wear your tiara.
We don't have ours.
There we go. It doesn't sit on well because it's very heavy. This was one of them that was gifted to me.
Like Miss USA, you have to bobby pin it in. You know, they do that.
They come with bobby pins. Yes.
So that really is a thing on Book Talk, is tiaras?
Last year, she said.
Last year. So what is this year? What is this year's thing?
No, it's still a thing. It's just not as prevalent. A lot of the newer people, because we don't talk about it as much. I saw a live earlier that had 6 people in it, and 3 of them were wearing their tiaras during it.
Really?
So, yeah. Yeah.
Do we need to wear tiaras? That's the question for next week. I mean, I was looking for my witch's hat because we were supposed to be talking about the year of the witching.
Yes. No, you need your tiaras.
We should do tiaras.
Okay, we're gonna wear tiaras next week.
You got a bobby pin.
I have this one because this is the replica of the Queen, one of the Queen's most prominent ones. I have the one the replica that Princess Diana and Princess Kate, they both wore, and then I have Meghan Markle's replica.
No, you get rid of that one. You need to get rid of Meghan Markle stuff. No, because she did the royal family wrong. Now I am
a loyalist.
I am a royalist.
She's part British.
According to Ancestry.com, we are English.
You can tell me we're related.
Probably.
You're English? Okay. I was about to say, you're going to tell me we're related because I was cousins 10 generations removed from the Queen of England.
Are you serious?
So
yeah. That's your royals too. See? Did you read Diana Gall? What is her name? Diana Gallbin. She wrote Outlander. That series is now
I was going to say, is it the Outlander? No, because those books are 1,500 pages each, and no one's got time for that. I watched
I'm watching the show.
Game of Thrones.
I'm watching the show, but I forgot that it was written by.
Have you not finished the show? Have you not finished Outlander?
No, I just started watching it.
Season 6.
How are you so late?
I have not seen.
Because I don't watch TV. I don't have time.
Okay, well, I don't watch TV, and even I have seen Outlander because he is smoking hot. Okay.
The Scottish, because we are Scottish too, according to Ancestry.
Jamie. Okay, we're basically like a mutt.
Yes.
According to Ancestry.
We're German.
If you're gay, you said you're gay, right? Or bi or gay?
Gay.
Claire.
There's no bi in his body.
No bi. So watch it for Claire. Number 1, she's naked a lot. Number 2, she's hot. Number 3, she's so strong and independent of a character. I'm hetero flexible. Like, generally, give me a man. I am good. I have dated a couple women because on the rare occasion, I'm just like, baby, you're mine. Like, you're hot, right? But generally, I'm a dude girl, right? But Claire, holy cow, she is phenomenal inside and out. So if you haven't watched Outlander, watch it, if nothing else, for her. Jamie's hot.
So what season is she in? Is she in one? How many seasons are there?
There's 6 seasons, and she's the main character.
No, it gets better and better and better.
Good Lord, it's going to take me like a year to watch six seasons.
That's okay.
No, I did watch. I watched straight through Orange is the New Black because that was that's a really. Did you see that? Orange is the New Black?
No.
Oh my God, that was good. That was really good.
Well, if you're on a flight anywhere, you can just binge watch Outlander.
Yeah. So, but I'll have to watch it.
Punky.
But, Punky turns pages. Hey, Punky turns pages. Can you turn my pages, Punky?
That's a cute handle.
It is.
Yeah, her books are long. Diana Gallbaden, whatever.
Yeah.
They are long.
Yeah.
They're like George R. Martin's books.
Yeah, that's my note. That's why we watch Game of Thrones. We don't read his books.
The cliff note.
I don't watch Game of Thrones. It's a little too much incest for me. I'm okay.
Okay, here's the thing. I can't remember who's with which house and which kingdom and all that. So I'm not smart enough to realize it's incest until it's like,
oh yeah, you're like, that's my aunt. What?
I know, because I need like to just whip out the family tree and figure out who goes with who, because some of their names are the same and some of their kingdoms sound the same. And man, they go back, 3 seasons ago and dig a detail out.
They do.
I'm like, I can't keep up
Well,
with all that.
I mean, when you watch the Game of Thrones, I mean, you need the legend, you know, the key.
I think the
You know,
Cliff Notes
so you need to like stop
One of
it and look at
those-
the map.
You need one of those like chalkboards in the locker room where they're over there like play by play marking it out for you. Like I'm just like I can follow a lot, but when you start throwing in this much RAPE and like the two of the main characters are brother and sister and they're in a relationship, I'm like, you know what? I think that I don't watch TV enough to make this part of it. And then the new one that's out that everybody's raving about, that there's photos and clips and everything about it.
What is it?
The guy and the girl, she looks 14 and she's his niece, and I'm just like, I love y'all.
Wait,
love what you want. Watch
Yeah, they have spin-off. Like, isn't it a prequel?
Yeah, there's a prequel show out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
with what was her name?
Matt. Oh,
Daenerys?
No,
Daenerys?
it's the young daughter, right?
No.
Anna Stark?
Yeah,
I
Anna.
have no clue.
Aria. Is it
I
Aria?
think- yes, yeah.
Now Aria has been on TikTok. Wait, was it TikTok?
Yeah,
She's on TikTok. And she is apparently a member of my LGBTQ family. Who knew?
Nice,
Who knew?
nice.
Yeah.
Okay. But it's Jon Snow in the new one.
I don't think
No,
he
this
is.
is not. It's not during. No, but they're talking about doing a spinoff with him. I heard. So.
Well, you know, he married. He actually, you know, the woman that was his love interest in the show. They actually married.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
wildly.
I
Married
think
the
that's sweet.
wildling.
I do think that's sweet. Yeah.
He probably calls her wildling in the
Sure.
bedroom. Hey, wildling.
And the Spice Factor.
I wonder how many times when they first got together that they were heading to the bedroom, she was like, "Can I just call you John tonight?"
Just one time.
Oh my god, that's so funny. That is so funny. Yeah.
Okay. The witch book that you actually came online before I came and interrupted your whole life. The book that you wanted to talk about tonight. Tell us, what is that?
The year of
You're
the
like, I don't
witching.
remember what book I wanted to talk about.
The year of the witching that we were going to talk about tonight. Year of the witching. Okay,
Yes.
and I love it because I collect. So I'm a big bibliophile, so I collect, authors' debut novels. So first editions, first printings, kind of thing. So that's what made me pick up that book. So I'm going to read the synopsis. So this is what it is. In the lands of Bethel, where the prophet's word is law, Emmanuel Moore's very existence is blasphemy. Her mother's union with an outsider of a different race cast her once proud family into disgrace. So Emmanuel does her best to worship the Father, follow holy protocol, and lead a life of submission, devotion, and absolute conformity like all the other women in the settlement. But a mishap lures her into the forbidden dark wood surrounding Bethel, where the first prophet once chased and killed 4 powerful witches. Their spirits are still lurking there, and they bestow a gift on Emmanuel, the journal of her dead mother, who Emmanuel is shocked to learn once sought sanctuary in the wood. Fascinated by the secrets in the diary, Emmanuel finds herself struggling to understand how her mother could have consorted with the witches. But when she begins to learn grim truths about the church and its history, she realizes the true threat to Bethel is its own darkness. And she starts to understand that if Bethel is to change, it must begin with her.
I just want to show my cookie.
Ooh.
Like kitchen.
Look
sink.
at that.
I know. They smell delicious, don't they?
They do smell good.
Yeah.
So it was pretty good. I mean, there's a lot of positive reviews, and then there are there were some negative.
I feel like it's a love or hate and no in between.
Yeah, I know. I was reading some
Really?
of the negative. I was reading some of the negative. I'm like, well, that was not my experience.
Yeah. Do you want to talk about the positive first?
Yeah. So the positive. These are the positive. Begins slow but finishes fast. What sets this book apart from so many inferior works is that, as villainous as the prophet is meant to be, the witches are not presented as her heroic counterparts, but deeply, deeply dangerous in their own right. So the prophet's really bad in this. He basically, it's marrying women that are not of age yet.
Pretty stereotypical cult, like
Very cult-like.
Well,
exactly.
It still happens in Afghanistan.
Well, yeah.
Nowadays.
Yeah.
It's still modern day.
It still happens in certain cultures here in America.
Yep.
Oh, that's so gross.
Yep. So, someone said I was immersed in the history and the world, but at the same time, the book was just so relevant today.
Because of all the themes in it.
Yeah, it's also about women who've had injustice forced upon them for centuries because of the patriarchy and the worship of the father. At the same time, the demonization of the mother. True evil, Emmanuel realized now, wore the skin of good men. It uttered prayers, not curses. It feigned mercy where there was only malice. It studied scriptures only to spit out lies. And I think that you find that a lot in our culture. Is that, I mean, and not our culture. I just think around the world that in the name of religion, there's so many lies. I mean, it's just, and yeah. So, no different here.
It's not how it should be.
Yeah. So it was. I enjoyed it. So you should, if you run across it, check it out. Yeah.
So, skimming across, because I was reading along as you were reading on the blurb and whatnot, and skimming across the reviews, what I'm gathering is the negative reviews more stem from people that are looking to figure out how this translates into culture and religion and comparing it to things they know and feel, rather than just giving a feedback on the story itself and how well it was written.
Yeah. Oh, definitely.
Okay.
Definitely. Like, there's this one negative comment that said the entire story touches on almost every social stereotype: racism, religious zealots, wealth versus poverty. White men have the power while women and those of color are second class. It said it appeared as if the author endeavored to pack all the current social issues into one story, and that was off-putting. I didn't even get that. I didn't think that didn't jump out at me. Like, oh my God, they're,
One said that it's Bible stories and not good ones. Is that really true? I thought
it's Bible stories and not good ones. No, not at all. I don't think so.
I didn't think it was at all.
I think the only thing, maybe the only Bible story you can maybe, you can extrapolate from that could be, the dark wood. So they call it the dark wood, and that's where the witches live. And so the dark wood, they tell the kids, don't go in the dark wood, don't go in the dark wood. And, you could maybe make it could be analogous to like Eve, and the apple.
Right.
What's all in this?
Pretzel, and then toffee and chocolate.
Oh my God.
And potato chips.
That potato chips?
Nice.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Have you ever had a chocolate covered potato chip? Divine.
Oh my, these are divine. These are good.
They really are.
Oh my God. Okay.
Yeah, now I wish I was there. Those look good.
I'm not splitting a cookie with you. I need my own.
Well, unfortunately, I think that there's too many people out there trying to put statement into books instead of just sincerely appreciate a story that is being told. Like, they're trying to put too much meaning behind, like as if the author was attempting to put a political stance or a religious stance or an identity stance behind their writing, instead of just embracing that there's stories of every walk of life everywhere, and it's not going to be the same. I mean, I just actually had this conversation with people earlier today, and I used the analogy that me being a 4'9" white female, when I go into certain Detroit neighborhoods, I'm looked at like, okay, lady. And I'm covered in tattoos, and they're like, so there's this tattooed short chick here, and what is she doing? What are you up to in this neighborhood? Tattooed little white chick in this neighborhood. What are you up to? But I go like to the very town to the north of Detroit, which is literally a 10 to 15 minute drive away from those neighborhoods, and I'm looked at as one of the bohemian artist types that's all lightweight and stuff. But so like just that town away, the assumptions that are made of me are completely different. And so That's what we just need to remember, that most books are just stories. They're just fun. Yeah. They're not meant to be a stance on anything. It's just a story. And half the time, if you talk to any author, it's fiction. I'm not writing nonfiction. Right.
Yeah.
I'm writing
sometimes fiction. People get so literal, like you're saying, about how they feel, and you're like, it's fiction. But right. I do know what you're saying. People try to politicize it. And I think we're all just, I don't know. I think a lot of people are just tired of the political scene right now, regardless if you're right or left. I think everyone's exhausted. We're coming off, pandemic fatigue, vaccine fatigue. I think, so some of these books I feel are a little bit too ambitious and everybody's worn out. It's kind of like dystopians right now are not really that popular because we basically we're out of a dystopian situation with the mandates and the lockdown and stuff like that. So yeah.
Right. Although, did you read Margaret Atwood's The Handmaid's Tale? I mean, did you watch it on Hulu? I watched it on Hulu.
I tried to watch a few episodes, and it was rough. I found it rough.
It's tough to watch.
It was.
I haven't seen it. What's it about?
It's tough to watch, but I wondered. I bought her book, her recent book. I think it was released like maybe last year. I haven't read it yet because I just buy books and then I just on my bookshelf. And I have 1,800 books on my bookshelf, but or over 1,800.
Read
200. That's TBR.
Yeah, this is my to be read list.
TBR.
Yes. Did you ask what The Handmaid?
Yeah, what is it about? I don't know. Why is it hard to watch?
Oh,
so the collapse of society and a group over the span of a certain area kind of close off, and the men take control, and then they select their wives, but then they have the handmaids because only certain women can procreate. Not everybody can have kids. It's part of the collapse of society.
Yeah, the birth rate, the worldwide birth rate drops drastically.
Right.
And
so the ones
they pick who they feel is like superior.
No. It's just there's no more rhyme or reason. It's just infertility is rampant, and so having a child is the exception. Being able to conceive is the exception. And so what this dystopian society does is, like she said, they close it off. And some people were able to escape to Canada before the borders closed. And it's called, God, I forget the name, Gilead. It's called Gilead. Yes. So the United States turned into Gilead. And so you had professors and lawyers and doctors that were women that became handmaids, where they were forced to have sex once a month with the men. What? Right. And then or you be called a Martha,
right.
Yeah,
to procreate. You were turned into a handmaid, and you were relegated to being you were basically broken, and you were forced to dress a certain way, and then and live in this kind of commune type thing and do simple chores. And the only people that were the women that weren't there were the ones that were married to the husbands. Otherwise, I think they discarded anybody else, any other woman that wasn't either procreating or able to be married to someone of importance. And then once a month, you would go to your assigned man and have sex, and then hopefully become pregnant, and then if you became pregnant, you carried that child, and then that
became the couple's child. It wasn't your child; it was the couple's child. It was right. And then other women were called Marthas, so they were cooks of the house and housekeepers.
Yes. Okay, can someone? I get tired of it's always like the woman. Can someone just write the version where the men are the ones?
Yes.
That are lesser.
Well, that would be on the island
They're out there.
Where Wonder Woman came from. Okay, so
nice segue into Wonder Woman.
When you think about it, that's a pretty utopian community. I'm just saying.
Yes. So you can maybe write it from that perspective. I forget even the name of the island. It's like some Greek god.
Yeah.
Like something, yeah.
Yep.
But did you watch Wonder Woman? I thought the second one was like, it was not good, but it was.
But still, Gal Gadot was in it, so I'm like, it's awesome. It's awesome. Even if it sucked, it's
Pretty
awesome.
much anything she does is awesome.
Oh my god, she's beautiful. Yeah. So, but the first one she's funny, and I think it was really funny.
And
You
you
didn't
saw,
watch it,
No.
you saw the one that she's in with Batman and Superman. The Justice League.
Yeah.
It was good too. It was really good.
That was good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I liked her. I liked her in that. She, I don't think she's done anything serious.
How many Wonder Woman?
I think she has.
There's only been 2.
It's only 2. It's okay though.
There's only 2 Wonder Woman movies, but then she's out. Red Notice with The Rock.
That's right.
And that's good. That's not serious, but it's good. The Death on the Nile, and she was in a couple of the Fast and the Furious movies.
Oh, the actress.
Oh, that's right. Oh, look, Margot Gibson Writer. She joined, or I think she joined. It says an invite. Interesting.
Is it the actress who plays?
Who?
Yeah.
Wonder Woman.
Yeah, Gal Gadot.
Gal Gadot. Oh yeah, Gal Gadot. She's Israeli.
I thought you said that's the name of the Wonder Woman island.
Oh no, that's like some they're promiscuous. They're
That's Gal Gadot.
Gal Gadot. That's Gal Gadot is the actress. Gal.
Oh, that's her name.
Yeah, Gal. Gal Gadot.
I thought you were saying
G-A-D-O.
Yeah, I don't know how to pronounce the island that they come from. That's just way.
That's not part of this show anyway.
Prometheus. Orpheus, or is that the guy from The Matrix?
No,
Orpheus. They did announce a Wonder Woman 3. They did announce Wonder Woman 3. Yeah, and
I must audition.
What's that?
I said I must audition.
You must audition. Yes. She is supposed to play the evil queen in Disney Snow White live action, and she's playing Cleopatra in Cleopatra coming up. So, yeah, she's got some good roles coming.
She's a great actress. She really is. Yeah. Well, that was fun. So, are you going to join us next Thursday? We're back next Thursday live.
Yeah.
I will you'll have to nudge me. I'm terrible at remembering things.
Me too.
Nudge me and let me know. Hey, we're going to go live. What are you doing?
Okay, cool. So. We don't even know what book we're going to be reviewing next week.
No idea.
I was telling my sister, I was like, maybe we should do some of these. Like, I've been reading, like...
It should be a Halloween thing.
It should be Halloween theme.
I don't know a Halloween book.
You could do one. You could do the one I'm promoting. It's on ebook right now for 99 cents. I put it. It's a paranormal romance suspense called The Pull.
What's it called?
The Pull.
The Pull.
Pull.
Okay.
And that's under RJ Lloyd, and I actually put on sale and my short story collection for the month on ebook just spooky season, and why not?
Okay, awesome. Yeah, so then we can talk about it with the author.
Okay. There we go.
Yeah. Oh, can we read it in 1 week? Will we be able to read it in 1 week?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Because some of these are difficult. Like this one, that one it's hard to read in a week.
Yeah. It's not terribly big, and it's more just a fun read.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Wait, let me see.
Oh, RJ, show it again? Yeah.
Oh, I like that cover.
Yep.
Okay.
So,
yeah.
Not terrible. Not terrible.
You have the ebook though, right? Yeah, 99 cents for the ebook.
Yep.
Well, I like the book.
Well, I don't know. That's called your problem. Someone is hangry eating too many cookies and not in the actual dinner.
I know, right?
No, I did not mean it that way.
Okay. It was a pleasure, RJ. This was so much fun.
Yeah.
Yes,
thank you so much for tuning in. And that's why I love this app.
Hello, Dakota Wild. She's an author also. Dakota Wild, thanks for joining. Dakota, we have RJ Lloyd, who's an author. She's doing a live with us. And we have GiGi Meyer, who's an author. with her debut novel. Dakota, what have you written? Where are you from?
Yeah. That's the whole reason why Dakota is writing. That's the whole reason why I like this app. And, I joked with my sister. I was like, I don't want anyone from my past lives. I just want to connect with strangers and make new friends across the globe. I find it fascinating.
Dakota said hello. She waved.
I was telling someone earlier that there's nowhere to go meet people unless you're a drinker, and I'm not a drinker, so I don't go to the bars.
I don't drink.
And there's just nowhere to meet people anymore other than getting online and doing stuff like this.
Well, that's why I was talking to Tara about doing books and baking, because I said, I just want to meet people where they're at. I'm a single mom. You're a single mom. Okay. Well, we can't always get a babysitter. Sometimes the dad doesn't pick up the kids for their custody days. So meeting people where they're at, like this, in your living room, when you can dial in, to me is like just the best way.
Exactly.
And then you get to talk about books, you get social interaction. We're all used to Zoom now, so we can sit on the screen and connect with people, and I love it.
Yeah. Yep. And then you're going to meet people you would have never met any other way.
Exactly. And
totally.
I want to meet other authors. I want to hear about what you're doing. I want to get, tips and tricks, and I don't want to talk to my same old friends because there's like, oh, don't talk about books. I'm like, I need to find my people. My people are online somewhere.
Yeah.
Go find them.
Where's my tribe? Where is my tribe?
Exactly.
Right. Exactly. Yeah.
Well, sure. Dakota, come back next week. We're going to be reviewing R.J. Lloyd, who's on with us. We're going to be reviewing her book, The Pull, Pull. RJ, it's on sale right now, right? You said it's 99 cents, right?
It is. Yep.
On Amazon.
So Dakota, if you have 1,000 or more followers, you can go live. So you could join us just like RJ was live, and she helped us figure out how to get her on, invited, and so we could do the same with you, and then we can all just just chat. Lovely.
Yeah. For sure. Yes.
Awesome.
All right. Well, you guys have a good rest of the week. Have a good weekend. And then I will ping you, RJ, next week, because we're doing same time, same place, same Batman channel.
And hopefully the Astros will be 1-0 on their road to winning the American Series. Hope the World Series. But for this is a best of 5, sister. This is the ALDS. So to go the ALDS.
Go Astros.
Go Astros.
Go Astros.
Yes.
All right. We'll see you next week.
Bye, guys.
See you next week.
Bye.
Yeah, swipe up.